Hello there, kids. Today we are going to talk about area and perimeter. Okay? So, klaruin ko lang yan. Okay, area and perimeter. So, taking area and perimeter of certain shapes. And in this topic natin, pag-uusapan natin ang two basic shapes, which are the square and rectangles. Pero, ano nga bang area and perimeter? You might ask. Of course, we are going to talk about that nga. And certain situations naman where these shapes are combined, whether they are square and rectangle, it's possible for 2 squares, 3 squares at the same in the same situation. 2 rectangles with different shapes. So it depends on the situation. Okay, so ano nga ba ang area and perimeter? So for now, no, pag-uusapan muna natin ang perimeter. But before that, you need to be familiar pala muna with some properties, which I know you already know. Now, for a square, all sides are equal. Okay, all sides are equal. So, ibig sabihin, if one side measures 3 centimeters, this means the other sides are 3 centimeters. And these are actually called sides, no? Yan ang term natin for mathematically for a square. They are called sides. And also for a rectangle naman, you should also know the basic property of a rectangle in which opposite sides are equal. Which means if this is, let's say 5 centimeters, the other side, opposite side, should also be 5 centimeters. If this is 12 centimeters, which means the other side should also be 12 centimeters. And for a square, no, the term that we use is basically sides. That refers to all 4 sides. For a rectangle naman, we have certain specific terms, such as for this one, top and bottom part. The top and bottom part are called length. Shortcut natin dyan is just L. Okay? For our sides naman, left and right, it is called width. W. Okay. But in your book, the term that they use for width, which is basically just the same, is breadth. Okay, shortcut nyan is B. So then again, if you have read something sa book nyo that says breadth, it's basically referring to width. Okay? But in general, the proper term is width. Yan lang yan sa Singaporean term nila, that they use breadth instead of width. Okay. So, since you already know the basic properties, actually, na-learn nyo na yan ng last time pa. So, we are going to focus muna sa perimeter. One topic at a time. So, perimeter muna tayo. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin ng perimeter? Perimeter basically refers to the measurement around the figure. Okay, measurement around the figure. Ano nga bang ibig sabihin nun? So for example, we have a square. And knowing each side is equivalent, or one side is equivalent to, let's say, 5 centimeters. So if one side refers to 5 centimeters, all sides should be equivalent to 5 centimeters. Okay? So, paano natin kinukuha ang perimeter? Madali lang. All you need to do is just to add all 4 sides. Okay. No matter what the figure is, when we talk about perimeter nga, it's the measurement around the figure. So, you just need to take or solve for or add all sides possible. So, whether it is a triangle ba siya, pwedeng square, rectangle, pentagon, hexagon, whatsoever. So, which is in this case, ang kailangan natin dito is just to add all 4 sides of a rectangle nga. Square rather, sorry. Is adding all sides, 5 centimeters, 5 centimeters, and 5 centimeters. 5 plus 5 plus 5 plus 5 will give us 20 centimeters. Okay. So, ganun lang kadali solving for the perimeter of a rectangle. I mean square. Sorry. Teacher is confused. Sorry. Okay. So, anyway, yun na. Square. Okay. So, ganun lang. Taking all sides and add them all up. Ganun lang kadali. Ngayon, it is actually also possible for us to do this mathematically. Okay? Formula. For mathematics kasi gumagamit tayo ng formula. Formula for perimeter of a square. This is written down as P and draw a tiny square there is equivalent to 4 times S, in which S stands for sides or side. Okay? So, ganun lang yan. 4S. You already know the meaning of S, ha? S refers to sides kasi binigay ko naman yun earlier sa figure there. Sides. So, let's take the example given dito sa taas. Ito. Let's take that for example and let's see if we'll be able to get the correct answer as 20 centimeters din. Okay, cm. Okay. So, rewriting this formula, 4 multiplied to s. Ano yung s natin dito? It's 5. So, just take one part lang, 5 centimeters. So, we now have 4 times 5, which will give us 20 centimeters. And if you notice that our answer here is the same as this one. Okay? Mathematically, we use formula to solve for certain things. Ito kasi basic lang eh. Perimeter, you can just basically add all sides. Okay? It depends kung ano yung gusto nyo gamitin. Pwede lang talaga yan. Parehas lang yan. Dito naman natin ngayon formula for perimeter of a square is, ito yung proper formula. Okay? 4 times S or 4S lang yan. Pero syempre, you're still young, so I don't want to complicate things. That's 4 times S multiplied to S. Okay, so ganun lang. Kadali. Now, how about for a rectangle? So, knowing that the rectangle nga, opposite sides are equal. So, ibig sabihin, if this measures 3 centimeters, the other side should also be 3 centimeters. If this basically measures, let's say 8 centimeters, which means this side is also 8 centimeters. Okay. Again, solving for the perimeter of a rectangle, as simple as add all sides. Okay, ganun lang. 1, 2, 3, 4. Since rectangle tayo, so 4 sides. So, again, you can add the numbers, depende sa inyo, how you're comfortable with it. Pwedeng 3, 8, 3, 8. Pwedeng 8, 3, 8, 3. Depende na sa inyo, how you're comfortable in writing. Pwedeng 3, 3, 8, 8. But it's actually better doing it this way because we are more comfortable finding the value, yung doubled value of a certain number. Okay? So in this case, I'm gonna write it this way. So 8 centimeters. 8 centimeters plus 3 centimeters plus 3 centimeters. Okay. So all you need to do ngayon, doing it one by one, 8 plus 8 will give us 16 centimeters plus 3 plus 3, which is equivalent to 6 centimeters. Okay? So, ganun lang. 3 plus 3 is 6. 8 plus 8 is 16. And all you have to do now is just to put them together. And in this case, our answer is 22 centimeters. Okay? So, ito kapag gagawin natin to one by one. I mean, adding it. Kung may formula for solving for the perimeter of a square, there is also a formula for perimeter of a rectangle. Actually, there are two, but I'm going to use one, no? I-introduce ko sa inyo ang dalawa, but we're only going to make use of one. Okay. that is written as P, and then write a square there that represents the perimeter, rectangle, sorry, perimeter of a rectangle. Sorry if teacher Mark gets to mix these two shapes here. Ang importante na ko-correct after. First formula is 2 multiplied to L plus 2 multiplied to W. L stands for length, W stands for width. Okay, binigay ko na yan kanina. And the other one is written as 2 multiplied to length added to width. Okay. In my case, I prefer this because this is actually easier, because this can be used as parang mental ba, mas mabilis siyang gawing mentally, adding or doing things mentally. Pero syempre, we have to make use of both here to compare. Pero we are going to make use of this one in general. Okay? So try natin making our example dito, identifying our length here, it's equivalent to 8 centimeters and our width is equivalent to 3 centimeters. Let's try to compare our answers. Try na natin yung answer to. 2 compared to our length here is 8 and our W is 3. So multiplication yan ha, whenever you have this open close parenthesis, it refers to multiplication. 2 times 8 will give us 16. 2 times 3 will give us 6. 16 plus 6, knowing our units are in centimeters. So 16 plus 6 will give us 22 centimeters. And if you notice, we have the same answer as this one. Okay? So parehas. Now let's try to make use of this other formula. That's 2 multiplied to length and width. What is our length and width? We have 8 plus our width, which is 3. Do this first. The ones inside first, no? Ito. Deal with that first. That's 2 multiplied to 8 plus 3 is 11. 2 times 11 is equivalent to 22. And again, our unit is in centimeters. And if you notice, we all ended up with the correct answer. So etong first, no, this is basically adding everything up, all sides. And dito naman ngayon is using a formula for perimeter of a rectangle. And I am going to advise you to make use of this. Okay, to get used to that kind of formula. Okay. Pero syempre, depende na yun sa book ninyo. If it is illustrated that you're only going to make use of this process, the basic method, then make use of that. Okay? So, that's basically it. Perimeter lang muna tayo. And I'm going to make a different video for area. Okay, so that's it.